Welcome, y'all. Welcome back to Survival Mode. And today's topic is the Berkey water filter scandal. So we got a scandal with Berkey, and we got to discuss that because water, we want clean and pure water to cook with, to drink with. We need that water. That water is essential to life,
Yes, it is.
In case of any survival situation, water is number one. That's the first thing we get during storms, like hurricane, all kind of different natural disaster. You want to have that fresh water.
Clean water.
You want to have that clean water to
That's
cook
right.
with, to drink. It goes so many different ways.
And just think about the people in Michigan with the lead in the pipes,
Oh
in the
man,
water. They still battling with that, right? Think about what happened in Mississippi with the water there. Water crisis. Just because they don't put it in mainstream media,
yes,
like they should, you see more of everything else going on than things that are actually impacting people on a day-to-day basis, like where their lives are literally at risk because of toxic water.
yes. And there's no substitute for water.
No.
A lot of people will drink soft drinks and
No.
sodas. It's bad on your kidneys.
It is.
It
is.
And a lot of sugary drinks that give you diabetes. But you really want that straight, pure
Clean,
water.
pure water, you all.
Yes.
Clean, pure water. That is so vital, like Mr. H said. That is vital to life, not having tainted water.
Yeah.
And, one thing I'll say, even, when it comes to our water, although we have a well system, if we get a ton of rain, and I do mean a lot of rain, to where it rains for several days, or we get severe weather coming through from either tropical storms or hurricane, it stirs up the water supply. And then when we turn on our water from the well, sometimes the water has a little tint to it because of all the sand that has been disturbed.
Yes.
So we don't even like drinking that.
No, we don't.
And so having a good, clean water supply is so valuable, like he said.
It is. And that's another thing that a lot of people really don't think about on a daily basis. Because,
That's true. That is so true.
We don't think about water. We take water for granted.
Yes, we do.
We realize when we get ready to cook, what's the first thing we need?
Water. If you're going to cook some beans, water.
Yeah.
Rice, water. Pasta, water.
Even when you baking cakes,
water.
you're going to need some water.
Well, maybe not water for cakes, but think about this though, like chicken. If you're cooking chicken, most of us wash the chicken before we cook it.
Oh, yeah.
You need water.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're making, what is that? Pie crust and all of that when you're baking.
Yeah. Water. See, water is added to a lot of stuff. If you look at the ingredients on how to bake stuff, it could tell you add milk, so much water.
Yep.
This and that.
Yeah. When you brush your teeth.
Oh.
Wash your face.
Wow. Take a shower.
Yeah.
Everybody want to be clean.
Yeah. You need water.
Yeah.
But don't nobody want to be taking baths, brushing their teeth, washing their face with water that's coming out of a faucet that's brown.
Yes.
Or you know that it has poison in it, you all.
Man.
But that brings us to this topic about Berkey.
Yes.
And the so-called scandal or so-called scam that Berkey has supposedly been running on people for years and years and years and years and years. So we're going to get into that right now because so many of us have invested
yes
in that Berkey water system.
Yes.
Some of you got 2, 3, and 4. Some of you got a lot of Berkey water filtration systems.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of them.
Yeah.
And we think about Berkey been doing pretty good for a long period of time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so.
But you know what? There's somebody out there who disagrees.
Yes.
So now I'm not going to call this individual's name. I'm not going to do that.
No.
I'll let you do your own research on that part.
Yes.
But they are claiming that Berkey is a scam and that they have tested the Berkey filtration system against what Berkey claims that it would do, and found that Berkey was being dishonest. Now, one of the main things that stood out to me in the article about Berkey was when he said that this was all his opinion. Everybody got an opinion.
Yes. Yes.
Everybody got an opinion, you know, but he claims to have tested it. Now, what kind of test did he do and how legitimate actually is the test? We don't know that.
No, we don't.
You know, we don't know. But that's what he claimed. Okay. Now, actually, you know, thinking about water purifiers, when you go and you choose a water purification system, you're looking for something that will take out very dangerous products or chemicals and all of that. And he's claiming that Berkey doesn't do that. He's claiming that Berkey actually leaches aluminum into your water.
That's what
The
he's
filters.
claiming. So that's what he's claiming.
That's what he's saying, according to the test that he's done, that Berkey actually leaches aluminum into the water. And he did a test using, I think he said, purified water. And of course, if purified water, he's saying, was already pure, once he did filtered it through the Berkey system and tested it, why did it show traces of aluminum? So he's saying that the actual water filters actually leached aluminum into water that was once purified.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's what he's claiming.
That's what he's claiming. Yeah.
So basically, taking the Berkey water filter through this test, and he's claiming that it's leaking aluminum. So he's getting a brand new bottle of purified water, pouring it in there, and then he's testing it afterwards.
Yes, he's testing it after he's filtered it through the Berkey purification system, and then saying that he found traces of aluminum in that water. Now, what would be interesting to me is if Berkey would actually do that test, you know, actually like video that test, you know, up against what he's saying. Not that they should have to, you know, because you'll always have somebody to come along and have something negative to say, you know, so you don't have to like prove yourself every time somebody does that, you know, but it would be interesting to see, you know, with Berkey, right?
Yes.
But, you know, one of the things that I wanted to say, like when you start, you know, looking into a water purification system, like so many have chosen Berkey, even if you can't afford a Berkey, then you have to choose, you know,
something that you can afford.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So,
you have to choose a good water purification system
that's affordable.
For you.
Yes.
And that will remove the elements that you are most concerned about.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I would say, you know, I wouldn't jump the gun and just say Berkey is a bad water filter because this one guy comes up and says that he's tested and found lead still, you know, I mean lead into the after he had did the test, he found lead.
Aluminum.
Yeah, aluminum, whatever.
Yeah. And one of the things that Berkey claims here is that their filtration system, and I'm reading this directly from the Berkey website.
Yes. Because
they actually have an article talking about the Berkey water filtration scam issue. They actually addressed it in this article that they have here. Okay. But one of the points that they made was that Berkey's water filtration system removes 99.9%, 99.9% of various lethal elements and chemicals coming from your water.
That's big.
And yes.
That's big. That's real big.
Yes. And some of the examples are parasites, lead, Heavy metals, and aluminum is considered a heavy metal. Bacteria, mercury, benzene, chromium, 6 pesticides, chlorine, and so many other items as well. Berkey claims to remove that. Also, pharmaceutical drugs.
And you think about the heavy metals, it's very dangerous to children when they think,
that's right.
Yeah, to your brain.
That's right.
So if it's dangerous to children, it's dangerous to us, to consume heavy metals.
Mm-hmm.
And not to mention pharmaceutical drugs that's added to that.
Yeah.
Berkey water filter is very important to have if it removes, 99.9%.
Correct. I agree.
Of all of these things.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I totally agree.
So, it's very, very important to have something like that.
Yeah, think about aluminum.
Mm.
When I used to buy baking powder in the small containers from the grocery stores, I wouldn't even buy it if it was in an aluminum container.
Wow.
If it had because when you think about something just sitting inside of aluminum, remember back in the day, a lot of things were put in tin cans.
Yes.
Remember?
Yes.
Not aluminum.
Tin. And tin is bad for you as well.
Well, I'm not going to say that it was. I'll just say that tin cans were the choice then.
Yeah.
Because it did not supposedly leach heavy metals into your body.
Okay.
So if you had to choose a tin can over an aluminum can, I would opt for tin cans.
Okay.
I would always opt for tin cans over an aluminum because that aluminum does leach into foods. Even and actually you even have to look for toothpaste now that's aluminum free.
Oh yeah.
Because a lot of your toothpaste, a lot of your deodorants have those heavy metals in them. They do contain aluminum.
Wow.
So while we argue about, oh my God, they put aluminum in the water. Well, if you're buying toothpaste and if it doesn't say aluminum free, well, you're brushing your teeth with aluminum.
Ain't that something?
Yeah. You're putting aluminum, deodorant with aluminum under your arms.
And it's getting into your body through your pores.
Exactly.
Wow.
So if you're going to eliminate aluminum on one end, look closely so you can eliminate aluminum all the way around.
Yeah.
Okay? I do have an aluminum pot that I use. I don't even cook in it. I use it for blanching, right? So it's not leaching anything. It's just literally water. I'm blanching an item for, 10 seconds and taking it out. So it's not leaching anything into my food. But I don't cook in aluminum and I don't bake in aluminum, right?
Yes.
So you do have to be mindful of that because, one of the number one points that he made in his article about the Berkey scam was that Berkey was leaching aluminum.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So you want to be mindful of that.
Yes. We really want to be mindful of these articles and keep up with everything that's going on when it comes to a good, clean, pure drink of water. We don't want all these bacterias and all this stuff, in our children, drinking water. And also,
right,
could cause cancer. Who knows?
That's true.
That
is absolutely true.
There's a lot of cancer out there. So
that's true.
So, a good water filter would eliminate all of that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, one of the other things is about the pharmaceutical drugs. Many of you don't understand just how much, or when they do the test, they find these pharmaceutical drugs in the water.
Man, how did pharmaceutical drugs just get in the water so everywhere? You never think about water when you're drinking what's all in it. You never think about all of that, but you got pharmaceutical drugs in water. You got heavy metals. You got, of course, bacteria and pesticides going to be coming from the river. So that would be the basic two things you would worry about is bacteria and pesticides. But now you got pharmaceutical drugs in there.
Yeah, because when they go to this, when the water goes to these water filtration plants, that supposedly filters and purifies the water, somehow it does not remove pharmaceutical drugs.
Wow.
And this is why you can end up still with antidepressants in the water.
Antidepressants in water.
Heart medications.
Wow.
In the water. You know, think about all these things that end up in your water that you're drinking. And then we wonder why people seem to be a little off sometime.
Yes.
You know, and of course they may say like, it's not enough that it would actually harm somebody. But if you're drinking water every day of your life,
yes,
and you're cooking with water contaminated with pharmaceutical drugs every day of your life, and your child, your little baby, water from birth all the way through adulthood, middle-aged, and now they're elderly, and they're drinking pharmaceutical drugs, what do you mean it won't impact you?
Wow. It will impact you.
Exactly.
It's in your system. It's been in your system. That's all your system know.
Exactly.
It's what's in that water that's tainted.
And of course they're going to say that. It's not enough to matter, you know. But it does matter. Yes. You know, that's just like somebody saying, I'm just going to put a small amount of cyanide poisoning in somebody's water.
Whew.
It's not enough to matter.
But it's going to add up.
But if you do that every day for 40 years, even if it will get to 40 years, you know, to me, that's just a bunch of nonsense. But, you know, one thing that we're going to say about Berkey, how do we feel about it?
We love Berkey.
We love our Berkey.
Yeah. And in Berkey, you can taste the difference. When you take the water from your sink, and when you put it in Berkey, close to spring water to me.
It is delicious.
Yeah, it's close to spring water.
It's delicious.
Yeah.
And one thing I will say also is that, like, even if it's not like perfect, it's still better than no filter at all.
Yes.
Right? It is still like, it's still like better than no water filter at all. Good job, bud. It's still better than no water filter at all.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is.
If Berkey is claiming that, and I'm going back to their article here, where they are claiming that it removes 99.9%. Did I lose it?
Right up here.
I lost it.
Right there.
Oh, it removes 99.9% of various lethal elements. Lethal elements. Chemicals.
That's lethal. Wow.
Yeah. Lead. Think about the people in Michigan who could have benefited from a Berkey water filtration system.
Yes.
Let's just say it did leach a little bit of aluminum.
Man.
But if it removed other lethal chemicals and elements, if it removed parasites, other lead, other bacteria, mercury, pharmaceutical drugs, right? It eliminated the majority. Which one would you prefer? Would you like to drink the water with all of that in it? Or would you prefer to have the water with just a small amount of something in it that you just can't get rid of everything 100%?
Yes. And that 99.9%, that's big.
It is big.
You know, and then when you think about the, let's just say the bacteria and parasites. Not to even talk about the pharmaceutical drugs. Now, you don't want parasites in your water. You don't want bacteria, you know. You know, you want just to get the best drinking water as possible. So, you know, I mean, Berkey has been doing very good for us. You know?
We love our Berkey.
Yes, we do.
We're getting another one eventually.
Yes, eventually we're going to get another one.
Yeah, eventually we'll get another one.
And we're going to find out about the scandal. Because, you know, it's still out there. You know, I'm pretty sure Berkey gonna still do well.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because, you know, like we said, having something is better than nothing. Even if you had to get one of the pure, PUR, water filters that you buy from Target.
Yes.
You know, even if you had to get something like that, even that is better than nothing at all. If you were in a situation where you absolutely needed to purify some water that you know is not the best to drink.
Yes.
Even that's better than nothing. And it doesn't compare to a Berkey.
Oh, man.
So having something.
Having something is better than nothing.
Amen to that.
Having something is better than nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And make sure you get you a water filter. One you can afford,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and if you can afford a Berkey, get a Berkey.
Yeah.
You know.
While you can.
Yeah, while you can.
I remember when they weren't even available.
Mm-hmm.
When the pandemic hit.
Yes.
Everybody was buying out the Berkeys of all sizes. And they were on back order for months and months, y'all.
Yes, they were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, again, like Mr. H just said, in the eyes of the majority of the population of people who are willing to invest in a water filter, they and we have all decided that having a Berkey is better than not having anything at all.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Berkey is way up here,
Mm-hmm.
and the other water filters is down here.
Mm-hmm.
But if you can afford whatever you can afford, get something down here and work your way up.
Work your way up.
Yes.
Amen to that.
Yes.
So I think that's it.
That's it. That's it with home.
You did not say you were not about. Stop! You can't stop the video now. That's Stan.
Yeah. Okay. Well, welcome.
Look, you all. We are so happy to share this information with you all. And just remember, we say it every single time, y'all. We've never considered ourselves to be preppers. We only consider ourselves to be in survival mode.
Yes, survival mode it is.
Survival mode it is.
Peace and blessings, and that'll be it with survival mode.
See y'all in the next video.
Peace.